I learned 3 ways through which you can sign members into your group membership coaching program, where you charge people $97 per month, right, for your course, your community, your group coaching calls. And the first way through which everyone wants to sign members is having people just click the link and join on their own into your membership group coaching program. For example, you send emails out or you record a YouTube video and you provide people with a link to your order page, to your Skool about page, order page, and people would just magically join your membership program on their own. There is more to this idea, right? But I'll get back to it. Secondly, you could just talk to people. For example, you would create content or you would build a list, you would reach out to people, right? And you would book calls with them, or they would apply and schedule a call with you on their own. So basically you would talk to people. Go on a quick call with someone, talk to them, right? And sign them into your membership program. This method is a little more time consuming and demanding, right? But it's the most reliable one. Now, the third way of how I learned how to sign my members into my $97 per month program is running group webinars, where you organize a webinar class, you host it for an hour, you teach and you do Q&A, and you provide a group of people with the link to join your membership program. Or you can follow up with individuals after the webinar class and you book calls with them, or you set up an automated email sequence that's sent to people after the webinar class, and it provides them with the link to either join your membership program on their own or schedule a call with you. Now, here is the catch. These 3 things work together hand in hand. And let's pause for a second. This is me. After I recorded the video, I recognized that there is the 4th thing that adds fire to all of the 3 things, and it's called members referring more members. If you really transform people's lives inside of your membership, this is gonna add fire to your webinars, to how many people you talk to, and also how many people you have on your email list. I talk about this idea in my other videos, so I'm gonna leave it out of this one. Yes, the ultimate goal is that someone would just click the link and join your membership program. Imagine, here we could build an email list, right? And send emails out to people that do both. Either people click the link, right? They join the membership program, or those emails get people to schedule calls with you, right? So you could talk to people now. Or if we run a webinar group class, right? The webinar does, again, both for you, right? Either you share a link to a group of people on the webinar and they sign just by clicking the link from the webinar class, right? Or you follow up with individuals and you go on calls with them. Often it happened that after I ran my webinar group class, only 1 or 2 people stayed on the group call at the end, and I just talked to them both at the end of the webinar class, and I enrolled both of them at the same time into my membership program. You see, if I did not master how to talk to people, the group webinars wouldn't work for me. And by the way, if I did not master how to talk to individual people, I don't even know how to then write email sequences or emails or create content out, right? Through which people then click the link and join the Skool membership program of mine on their own, right? So you see, these 3 things work hand in hand. You need to master all 3. So let's cover these 3 things now a little more in depth. And to be honest, I'm gonna begin with the idea of you being able to talk to people first, because this is the one that you can rely on the most. And it connects both those automatic sales from the email list or so, right, and the webinars. It just connects them all together. I'll explain you more. So with this idea of you talking to people, your goal is that you schedule a call with someone. And there are a few ways through which you're gonna schedule calls with people. Either you're gonna create some kind of social media content and you're gonna get people to comment under that content, maybe comment invite or comment case study or comment support group, whatever they're gonna comment, right? Depending on how you wrote the content. I'm not gonna teach you how to write or create lead generation content right now. I teach you that in my other videos. But the goal of attraction lead generation content is that it moves people, it gets them to take action, right? So they will comment and then they're gonna land in your DMs. Via the DMs, you're gonna invite them or schedule calls with them. Or you're gonna create, let's say, YouTube videos, and you're gonna send people from a YouTube video directly to your application page where they can schedule a call with you. I'm again not gonna talk about what you should say in the YouTube videos or in your content, but let me give you a quick example, right? You could simply say, hey, I am looking to create an awesome, successful, transformational case study with someone who I'm gonna really help, and I'm gonna help them transform their life. If you would want to discuss how this can work between us, you can apply by clicking this link, or you can comment down below, let's say case study, and I'm gonna get you with more info. So that's how you get scheduled calls from your content. And yeah, if you do YouTube videos, right, people would land on the application page on their own and schedule a call with you. Now, from your content or from your YouTube videos or so, you could be building an email list, right? Just so you know that. We'll talk about that idea later, how automated emails can get you more members signed up on their own, blah, blah. We'll talk about that, but we are still talking about how to talk to people right now, right? Imagine you build an email list and you send more emails out to your email list, and you get people from an email list to apply and schedule a call with you, or reply to your email that you wrote to them, and then from that email conversation you book a call with people. So now these are two ways, right? Creating more content or sending emails out to your email list. The third way of how to get to talk to people is by you reaching out to them, right? I teach a method of how you can build a list of warm people, and you can manage some kind of a sales pipeline of people who are interested in knowing more about your program, your value, or so on, right? You can start putting some people down on the list and you reach out to them. Even when you create social media content, when someone comments, right, you put them on this list so you can then keep following up with them or reaching out to them or so. But you can think about some kind of warm people who you worked with in the past, the free clients, the previous clients, who you stopped working with, or any kind of people who follow your content religiously all the time, right? You can write those down and reach out to them, to be honest. Imagine writing 20, 30 people down, reaching out to them. You could book 5, 7 calls with people and then enroll 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 members. And if you keep repeating this all the time, right, you keep signing more members by just talking to people. So you see, now we covered this idea of how to talk to people. By you mastering this idea, you are becoming better. You know how to talk to people, you know how to coach people, you know how to guide people, because you're gonna be speaking with them on calls. I recorded another video where I teach you this method more in depth of how you do the calls and how you talk to people on the calls, and why that's very beneficial for you to master, right? But understand this, if you don't know how to talk to people, you will never be able to create content or send emails out through which you correctly write, right, and talk to people so they take action on their own and sign into your membership program just on their own. And you will never be able to do group webinars because you don't know how to talk to one person, right? If you don't know how to talk to one person, how do you think you can talk to a group of people then after, right? Because guess what? On a group webinar call, what's gonna happen is that people will have questions. They will have objections of why they think that your method doesn't work and stuff like that. Guess what? If you know how to talk to an individual person, then on the group call, you're gonna know how to handle those objections toward the group of people or toward that person who is asking you a question there, right? You're gonna know how to handle those objections. And whenever you're gonna be making a group offer presentation there, right, on the group webinar call, you're gonna know how to state your words and say them, because you already sold quite a few people through one-on-one calls first. So now you mastered that idea, now you can talk to a group of people. So let's talk now about how to run these group webinars before we talk about how to build an email list, send automated emails out or send more emails out and share with people just that kind of link that they can click on and pay on their own, right? So here is this idea, right? If you know how to enroll new members manually one by one, enroll individuals by you talking to a person on a sales call, right? You could organize a 1-hour webinar class where you invite a group of people to attend that webinar class, and at this webinar class you're gonna simply teach and do Q&A, so it's a 50-50, right? Accept people's questions, right? Respond to them, teach, and accept more questions, right? And then on that group webinar class, you're gonna keep providing people with your membership offer opportunity. And there are 2 ways to provide people with your membership offer on those webinar group classes. I'm gonna talk about those 2 in a second, but just so you know, first of all, right? By you organizing a group webinar class, you're gonna build your email list massively as well, right? So because that connects to that third point up here, right? If you are promoting a webinar class and people are registering for it through your opt-in page where they register for your webinar class, right, you are building an email list. It builds your email list a lot, which is very good because then you can do follow-up emails or you can have those people on your email list, right, and keep promoting to them. But let's not talk about that right now, but we'll talk about that later. First of all, I need you to understand that these 10, 15, 20 people that came and registered to your webinar class, they're gonna now experience an energy here, a group connection energy. And this is very important, right? Imagine someone came to your webinar class and they experience that 1 hour with you and they see how you run your group classes, right? They're gonna now know if they later sign into your membership program, how those weekly group coaching calls with you look like, right? They're gonna be used to this energy of yours. So that's a big benefit, right, of why you should run webinar group classes, right? The people get used to your energy and how you run your group coaching classes, right? But now also, right, from these webinar group classes, you can now make an offer and you can sign a group of people into your membership program. And not just that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna explain you 2 ways of how to make an offer right now on the group calls, but after that, you can follow up with individuals and you can invite them to get on a call with you, right? You see how this connects now, right? Here on the webinar group class, yes, we're gonna drop the link to sign people by just clicking the link, right? But also we can follow up with certain individuals and get on one-on-one calls with them after, right? So you know that now, right? Now let's talk about 2 ways of how to drop the link on your webinar group class and get people with your membership offer. So that is this idea of making passive offers and making full-blown offers on your webinar group classes. Making a passive offer is quite simple to do. For example, if someone on a group call asks you a certain question and you answer that question, you simply say to them then, hey, if you would like to be guided on this journey of getting over this problem or whatever they asked you, right, you could find the link down below in the chat and join my membership program and come to my weekly group classes where I'm gonna guide you on this journey. And guess what? If you make an offer, even if in this kind of passive way, someone might just click and join because they loved your answer right now. They want to see more of you. Trust me, 5-10% people will always take action when you give them an offer. So that's making a passive offer, just always pointing people to your membership program, and everyone else will be listening. They will be like, oh, this person's got a membership program. Oh, it's $97 a month, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that person just joined because he or she dropped the link, right? You like you, right? You dropped the link, right? And then your new member joined and everyone's gonna see that, right? And stuff like that. Because you could even say, oh, I just saw that you clicked the link and you joined my membership, right? And then everyone is gonna see that, and that's where this energy and connection happens, right? And you're gonna be like, if anyone else wants to know more about it, guys, you can ask me a question about how it is to be part of my membership program. As you can see now, here is the borderline between making a passive offer or a full-blown membership offer. That's a borderline, right? You are telling now everyone that it's possible to join your membership program. And how you're gonna do that is that after you taught people a lot of stuff, you answered a lot of people's questions, you're gonna simply say, hey guys, if anyone would like to keep participating in this kind of energy that you just experienced right now, there is a way that you could join our support group and keep interacting with all of us on weekly group sessions and as part of our course in the community, right? I am dropping the link right now to our $97 per month membership program, and anyone who is interested in joining us right now on this session, I am willing to answer your question, of course, so we get you signed in. But also I'm gonna spend the next 15 to 20 minutes to get you started, and I'm already gonna coach you, I'm gonna onboard you, and I'm gonna tell you what's next so you know what to do before our next group call, which is, I don't know, next Wednesday or whatever, right? I can get you started right now. I'm dropping the link right now. Whoever is gonna click on it, whoever is gonna pay, whoever is gonna join right now, I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna already get you started. Do you see how I talk, right? That's how I talk here when I do my group classes, group webinar sessions, right? And I sign people from a group environment into my membership program, and quite a few of them join. To be honest, if you have 10, 15 people, and even if 2 or 3 join from your webinar class, guess what? You just made another $200-300 per month, right? And you then just keep stacking and keep stacking, right? Now, to be honest, I have run webinar group classes when I didn't even make an offer to people. I was just like, all right, I'll teach and I'll do the Q&A. And then later, after the group session, I followed up with those people and I was like, hey, how did you enjoy my session, right? Hey, we can go on a private call as well and we can talk things further, right? I mean, that's not exactly what I said, but something similar, right? That's why you need to master the idea of how to do the DMs or email conversations and book calls, right? There is 3 ways of how to get people from the DMs to the calls. I'll not teach you that right now, but after the webinar class, you can follow up with some people and get with them on calls. So you see, now that was the idea of running webinar classes and signing people from those. Here is the catch now. When 15, 20 people came to your webinar class, right, you can in your CRM switch their tag to attended the webinar class. And when you do that, an automated email sequence could be fired toward them that you pre-wrote before. And that sequence sells them into your membership program. A few emails of those could just get them to click the link and they will join your program. Then after they click, they will land on your Skool about page, order page, right? They will click and pay. At the bottom of your Skool about order page, I actually have an idea that a person can apply to talk to me before they join my program. So those emails will get them to the order page, and if someone has got more questions, they could apply and schedule a call with me. Another thing that I do is when I wrote that email sequence, right, I did not just share with people the link that they will click to pay my program, into my program, right? But I also got them to apply and schedule a call with me. So you see how these 3 things work hand in hand, right? We can enroll groups of people, we can enroll individuals, and we can enroll people passively. And this guy, the passive version like email sequences, support the idea of talking to people because it gets me automatically more calls scheduled, and the group webinars support the idea of how to talk to people, right? Because I can follow up with some individuals then after, and I enroll individuals into my program, and the webinar group classes can have an automated sequence then after as well, right? And get people to just click on their own. They already experienced the group energy on this webinar group class call right now, and they're gonna now come and click the link and join maybe after a few days on their own because the automated email sequence was sent to them. So you see, this is how these 3 things connect together right now, right? Now, finally, I am gonna talk about the top idea right now at last, right? Because to be honest, you can run these things a little kind of on their own as well. And I did not talk about a lot how the idea of getting people to click the link works, right? And let me talk about it right now, right? So here is the thing, right? The idea is that someone would click the link and they would land on your membership order page. They would see that it's $97 a month or so, and then they would click and pay, right? That's the coolest thing ever that could happen to someone. But it's not that easy to make other people so warm and so hot that they would just click the link and pay, right? Because they have doubts, they don't know you. No one just throws money away, right? So, yes, if you are a big authority, you have a huge YouTube channel, you're running a podcast, everyone knows you, and whenever you make an offer, you send an email out or you get people to click the link, the bio link or whatever, everyone is just gonna be like, yeah, all right, it's $97 a month. It's easy, let me pay because this is a huge authority, right? Or maybe some people do even like 37 per month memberships, right? Everyone is just joining those very passively, right? That's not that easy to do if you are a newbie, if you are just starting out, if you don't have a lot of authority, a lot of followers, a big email list enough, if not a lot of people know you, right? It's not that easy to make this idea work, but it's kind of possible. And how I'm making it work for me is that, yes, I have my order page link laying around in some places, right? For example, if someone clicks my bio link, lands on my mini website, like Linktree website. So if my Instagram channel or my YouTube channel or so has the link to this Linktree page or so, right? People can now click, join learn more about my membership, and they're gonna land on the Skool order page, and someone might just join on their own because they already are warm, they know me from the past content, or they are experiencing my energy, my value. Anyhow, let's not talk about the authority stuff right now, but that's how people could find your link and just maybe join, right? Now, secondly, you could be creating a lot of content on Instagram or on YouTube, right? And the idea here is that you get people to join your email list, because when they join your email list, right, through the opt-in page, and they give you their email, in exchange you give them certain lead magnet, right? Then you can send more emails to them, right? That's the key here. Email marketing can make you a lot of passive sales. You can send individual emails to these people and you drop the link to your order page and they might go and pay, or you can create an automated email sequence. If someone just opted in, for example, I give away to people my video masterclass for free. It's a lead magnet that I give away on my social media, on my YouTube channel, on Instagram, Facebook. I say, hey, I recorded this video of how you can do this and that. Comment video down below, and then I give them the link to my video masterclass opt-in page. They will opt in and I'll get their email, and the email sequence will now be fired, right? And I wrote a 10-step email sequence through which I provide a lot of value to people, and there is 3 or 4 emails in between that are selling to them. And those emails give people the direct link to my membership program, or they ask them, hey, or they tell them, hey, you could apply to talk to me, right? So you see how this is all connected, right? Getting people to your email list is key, and then from the email list you can get a lot of people to just click the link and pay, or apply to work with you, or get them from an email list to register for your webinar as well, right? And they come here and then they pay in, right? Another thing that can help you get those clicks when people just click and pay into your membership program is something called a launch method, a membership launch method, right? That's where you're like, hey, I am opening this membership community right now. I'm looking for 20 founding members or 20 people. Spots are limited. I'm giving you this extra value. The price is gonna go up then later, blah, blah, blah. I don't like the membership launch methods that much, right? But some people do a lot of them, and they sign a lot of people in one shot into their program. And that membership launch method could be connected to the webinars a lot, right? Because you could do a few live webinars before the cart is closing, right? And blah, blah. I'm not gonna teach this idea right now or mention it too much. I'm not really too big expert of it anyway, but I know how things work here. You can get a lot of people on a wait list, on your email list. You can do live store them. You can have email sequences that are closing the cart and telling people it's urgent, it's scarcity, right? It's important. You need to join by this Sunday and the price is gonna go up then after. Join right now. So you see, that's how people make others click the link and pay into their membership program on their own without doing any kind of sales calls or maybe group webinars or so on, right? But that's what I wanted to share with you. These are a few ways of how you can sign members into your membership program. And if you are starting right now, you should begin by mastering the idea of talking to people. Do that first. Can you enroll a new member on your own by just talking to them on a call? This is kind of a scary idea. Maybe you are not a good salesperson. You don't know how to talk yet. You are scared of telling someone, hey, you can join my program. You are fearing, or what's the word? You are fearful of rejection, right? To be honest, you gotta get over that, okay? I teach you in my free course or in my course, in my program, how to do those 15-minute sales calls and how to talk to people in a very authentic way that's not even salesy. And yes, there is a way where you can talk to one person at a time on a 15-20 minute Zoom call and you sound very authentic and real, and they think and they know, right, that you are here just to help them, and they will be like, oh, actually I want to work with this person, right? I will sign up right now. But you need to learn how to talk to that other person in this kind of authentic way. When I am on calls with individuals, I simply say something like, hey, if you would like to be guided on this journey, I could interact with you more often. Yeah, it's $97 per month, but my goal here is with you that I really help you. that you really transform your life. You see how simply I just said that, because I've done so many kind of one-on-one sessions, one-on-one calls with people. Your goal is to help that other person anyway, right? If you just master this idea first, then the group webinars and classes will work for you. Yeah, and that's also a scary idea, right? But to be honest, just do one webinar class, have 5, 10, 15 people come on a Zoom call with you, and then you'll be like, oh, I want to do another one, and so on, right? And yes, write some emails out. I mean, create automated email sequences. Build these systems, right? And you're gonna be signing more members. I have most of these systems in place already myself, and I am growing to that next level, right? I'm going to 100 members signed in my membership program right now. And if you're just starting out and if you want to get to your first 5, 10, 15, 20, right? I have a free course for you through which you can go right now to get it all up and running and sign your first 5, 10 members, paying you $97 per month. And my first suggestion to you is gonna be that you talk to people to sign the first 5, 10 people first. And then we're gonna be building more automated systems through which you're going to be attracting more signups coming to you, right? If you liked this video, make sure to comment down below. Let me know, subscribe to this channel of mine so you can see more of similar videos that are coming out. And don't forget to come into our free Skool community, where you're gonna learn more about the course that we have and the steps that you can take to go through to sign your first few members paying you, and you can start having a monthly recurring income. And then in my free Skool community, you're gonna also learn how to put automated systems in place related to webinars, group webinars, automated email sequences, and so on, so you can make this triangle work for you. See ya.